Chapter 10 is the one defend map of the run, in which we are given 11 turns to keep enemies out of Dia Port. There's no way to speed the map up, but we can be sure to make the most of these 11 turns by completing a ton of side objectives, all while keeping near-perfect reliability. The map is quite grand, but we can break it up into 4 paths heading towards each corner, with each path having a village to visit and a certain type of enemy to fight. These southern paths are particularly tricky, being patrolled by Takumi, Takumi's retainers, and several Skynet reinforcements that rush the defend points. As such, my main focus will be on leading an aggressive approach in the south, getting a hold of the map before Takumi removes the water at turn 6. And all throughout, I'd like to funnel as much experience as I can into a few particular units, setting up for a strong end to the early game. Turn 1, the goal is to break the wall, so we can start splitting up and fight the first groups of generic enemies. The northern paths aren't under much pressure to start, so we can focus on the south for now. Most everyone will head towards Takumi in the southwest, while Corrin and Odin are going to sweep the southeast almost entirely on their own, thanks to their excellent synergy this chapter. Odin's Heartseeker and Corrin's Supportive help both reach perfect hits, Corrin's High Defense encourages the Oni Savages to attack Odin, and Odin's new Nosferatu Tome will heal back almost all damage taken. And for the southwest, the lead combat units for now are Silas and Felicia, who can accurately set up kills against Hinata's group while making use of attack stance. Ooh, I still have chills from that one. Even with the stronger Nosferatu and Corrin supports, Odin doesn't reach any 1 rounds. But like in Chapter 8, this is fine, as we can just pick up the kills on the next player phase, while getting extra experience and support points. So by the end of the map, Corrin and Odin should easily get their max of 3 support points, and Odin should even be able to get all the way up to level 10. Turn 2, we're going to draw over both Oboro and Hinata. Corrin has weapon triangle advantage against Oboro, but I'm actually going to leave Odin in her range, as with Heartseeker and Supportive, he still reaches 100 hits. Also, Oboro has Seal Strength, and I'd much rather that get wasted on Odin, instead of crippling Corrin. Before getting in range of Hinata, the West needs to clean up their generic enemies, and I start the trend of our new spearfighter Daisuke, picking up kills in the back while everyone else moves forward. Daisuke's combat isn't super impressive, but he only needs 2 level ups to learn Swap, and his decent strength and skill make this training arc not too difficult. Niles is our second unit to reach level 10 after Corrin, and his level 10 skill Movement +1 will be excellent, especially after getting into a promoted class. He's pretty busy this chapter though, so it'll take a few turns to find an opportunity to use a Master Seal. I also want Silas to reach level 10 this chapter, so while he gets a kill, I leave Felicia in range of Hinata. She won't do any damage thanks to his armored blow, but she can at least apply her Bronze Dagger debuffs with perfect hit unassisted. Meanwhile, Elise distracts a Sky Knight, and our other new spearfighter, Haitaka, visits the first village in the northeast. He's stronger than Daisuke and has rally defense, but his higher base level means getting 2 level ups for Swap will take more experience. As such, I'll just train Daisuke for now, and Haitaka can get his training arc later. On turn 3, we get an awesome wave of reinforcements, with Camilla joining alongside her retainers Baruka and Selena. Camilla is perfectly set to take over our role of boss killer up through the late game, with huge combat bases and growths, the strongest weapon type, and flying 8 move as a Malignite. However, she does struggle to reach perfect hit, so we'll have to think of a workaround for that. Baruka doesn't even hope to compare stat-wise, but as a Wyvern Rider, she'll still be key to our movement for basically every chapter left. Likewise, Selina's combat won't be very relevant, and she'll mostly just help with movements, with the Heart Seal giving her access to the Sky Knight tree. For this chapter, I have Baruka and Selina team up to solo the northwestern Oni Savages, while Camilla assists in the south. Eventually, she'll lead the west, but for now, Felicia's got us covered, helping set up the Hinata kill for Daisuke. He needs 200 XP total, which will ultimately amount to needing 7 kills. That's not quite one for every turn, but it is basically every turn where there's a convenient kill to be had. Moving our attention to the east, Niles can kill his first Sky Knights, always reaching since they move to attack Elise. Eventually, I'll want to capture one, but that can wait until after Niles can get 100 hits. After Nick separates Camilla Ford, both Odin and Corrin can make use of her Rose's Thorns to finish their kills.
Too much power!
Odin attacks first, so he can get supportive against the Sky Knights, then Corrin moves and uses Camilla's Dual Strike to finish Oboro. Then with a Sing, Odin can move to be adjacent to his boyfriend again, blocking off the next Onis at the choke points. I'm also blocking off the ninjas and Spearfighter in the southwest, and while there's some variance as to who they attack and potentially kill, I don't think it matters. Any outcome should be acceptable. In the northeast, Hitaka can't block a choke point by himself, but he can wait on the ballista, ensuring that enemy archers can't use it while also distracting them from moving forward.
I'm with you. My aching blood. It's over.
Kill them all. Finishing the mission.
There's some cruel irony behind Selina's Dual Striker getting a crit. We're on turn 4, and at this point, Corrin and Odin can handle the east on their own. More Onis from the south haven't shown up yet, so the two can take the next couple turns to finish this Oni and Sky Knight, fight the archers across the wall, and visit the village. Meanwhile, Nyx catches a ride from Elise to backtrack north, so next turn, she can start fighting Hitaka's archers. With the Sing, Camilla can switch to the western group, where her huge offense and Rose's Thorns will help us actually make progress while still setting up kills for Daisuke. This Sky Knight has -5 avoid from their steel Naginata, so Niles can capture her with 100 hits. Nyx traded Camilla a Bronze Axe earlier, letting her Oko ninjas with perfect hits. This isn't even with attack stance, so even her Dual Strike has 100 hits, while helping Daisuke one-drown the second ninja. We could kill the Spearfighter now, but I'll save that kill for Daisuke next turn, giving Silas a chance to heal. Baruka and Selina aren't under any real pressure, and their only goal is to get Baruka a bit of experience and weapon rank, so Selina has time to visit the village now, while Baruka keeps fighting. She couldn't get a bronze axe, so her hits isn't perfect, but even if she misses a few attacks, it doesn't really matter.
Not to worry.
Honestly, Baruka's under so little pressure that she could get crit here and I wouldn't care. There's only going to be a few more Onis, and Baruka and Selena can always keep at least 2 distracted per enemy phase, as even if the girls die, they would just come right back. And with 7 more turns left, Baruka will have several more opportunities to land attacks. So even though the individual rounds of combat don't look very reliable, I'm willing to call it a wash across their entire Oni grudge match.
Too much power!
Turn 5, Odin has a chance to heal and equip Nosferatu for the remaining archer combats. Then for the Sky Knight, Corrin can always defeat her while in attack stance with Odin, since she always moves to be on the village, despite not actually benefiting from its terrain bonus.
Yes.
In the northeast, Nyx can pair into Haitaka, with his speed para bonus letting Nyx double and one-drown the archers. She has a couple turns to get these kills, so we can move on to Elise, Azura, and Niles. These 3 are going to stick around in the center of the map for the rest of the chapter, visiting the southwestern village and defeating all the Skynet reinforcements. This gives Camilla and Silas free reign in the west as they push towards Takumi. I've been focusing a lot on setting up kills for Daisuke, but we have to remember that Silas needs to reach level 10 too, so he's fine to sweep the incoming spear fighters with Camilla. Meanwhile, Daisuke can stick back in the center to grab 1 Sky Knight kill, and Felicia will help him catch back up with Silas later. There is a chance Nyx gets hit by both archers and dies here, but she would just come back and finish that kill next turn, so you know, who cares.
Another day, another sin.
Silas just barely one-drowns with Camilla's Dual Strike and Rose's Thorns. He does take decent damage though, which is why I had him heal with a Vulnerary. Dying is fine, but not if I need you to counterattack.
I won't fail again. On my honor as a knight.
That's level 9 for both Silas and Daisuke, so they each just need a few more kills.
Right next to you.
Thank you. I believe it. Overdid it. Again. I'm with you. We're not done yet.
Whew, we were running out of enemies there, so good thing turn 6 brings some reinforcements. The new Onis in the south are a little far away though, so Corrin and Odin can take a couple turns to visit their village. Nyx and Haitaka can also take the next turns to move south, leaving all the action up to the center and western groups for now. We have our first pair of Sky Knights to handle, which not just means there's a second enemy to defeat, but the first Sky Knight also gets higher speed and avoid, and can't be hit by dual strikes. Thankfully, Niles can still one-shot the lead Sky Knight with perfect hit and attack stance, and then Daisuke can use Niles' dual strike to one-drown the second. There's still one more Sky Knight, which Niles can take out with a Sing. In the southwest, we could start fighting Takumi, but Silas and Camilla don't have great odds to defeat Takumi without leaving him in range to use his droppable elixir. And I do want the elixir, so I'll just have them get ready to fight their next wave of reinforcements on the boats. Then for the northwest, Baruka and Selena can get started on their new set of Onis, getting the Throwing Club one out of the way first, so they can fight the Steel Club Onis on enemy phase. By letting Silas die to Takumi, I can ensure he'll be at full HP and without any shuriken debuffs next turn. Sorry, honey. By turn 7, Takumi has activated his Dragon Vein, removing all water terrain and leaving us without choke points. We've thinned out the enemies a lot though, so this doesn't really matter, and we can still distribute the final kills to our level 10 targets as usual. With only a few generic enemies left, there's not a lot of action going on this turn. And so, Niles finally gets his chance to use his Master Seal, and promotes into Bow Knight. Now, on top of providing other units +1 move on pair up, he also has huge movement himself, getting up to 9, thanks to his newly learned Movement +1 skill. This, combined with Bow Knight's skill and speed para bonus, will make him an excellent para partner throughout the rest of the game. For now though, he can just sit tight and wait for more Sky Knights, while Felicia and Daisuke catch up with Camilla and Silas. Now back at full HP, Silas can move out of Takumi's range and spawn camp alongside Camilla. Looking back, I probably could have fit in a little more experience and weapon rank for Baruka, but getting that maximum amount wouldn't be consistent, so I'm fine missing out on a few points here and there.
Here I am. This is my chance.
The Throwing Club Oni could have attacked Korin, but thankfully the Iron Club Oni moved first, body blocking their friend and forcing them to attack Odin. The final wave of reinforcements comes on turn 8, giving us just enough time to defeat these several new enemies while distributing the kills to our liking.
My aching blood!
These last Sky Knights prioritize capturing our defend points over attacking, so Korin and Odin can just focus on finishing their last Onis for now. Niles can be the one to pick up the Sky Knight kills, with the extra skill from his promotion giving him 100 hit captures even without attack stance. There's still one more Oni by Odin, so Niles can't start shooting down the rest of the Sky Knights yet, but with Azura around, he'll still be able to get them all in the following turns. Nyx could pick up these last archer kills, but because Korin is in Wyvern, he and Odin can actually fly over to fight the archers later. So Nyx and Haitaka's job is just to make sure the archers don't move too far north. In the southwest, the paired up ninja would be tricky to set up for Daisuke, so I just have Camilla one-shot them. Whoops, I usually try to toggle animations off for player phase, since you can still see the hit rates in the battle preview. I just forgot to hold R there, but as this was a really long clear to record, I hope you can forgive a few imperfections in my input execution. That's level 10 for Baruka. Getting Lunge and ready to promote will be nice for her, though we still have a few chapters until either are relevant.
Target silenced.
I believe in you.
No mercy.
Turn 9 is our last big scramble to keep the map under control. If Corrin and Odin want to defeat the archers, then this is their last turn to fight the Onis. There's 3 left, and I can defeat 2 between player and enemy phase. This will leave 1 alive, but severely weakened and all set up for Niles to capture later. The Sky Knights have strayed from the Onis, so now's the time for Niles to start shooting them down. I only need 1 Sky Knight capture, but it's optimal to continue capturing more, so I can choose the one with the name I like the most. I've left Elise in range of Azura, so no matter where the Sky Knights choose to move, she can always sing for Niles this turn. Daisuke just needs 2 more kills to reach level 10. As before, I have him one-round the ninja with Camilla's supports, and I'll save the second ninja for him, finally moving my attention to Takumi. He's surprisingly dodgy thanks to Fujin Yumi's plus 10 avoid boost, but by giving myself multiple chances to land imperfect attacks, I'm willing to say our odds of defeating him are quite high. This turn, I just have Felicia attack, going for a debuff and a little damage, but never enough damage to trigger his elixir. I don't actually think I'll ever use the elixir, but at the very least, I can always sell it for a bit of gold. Once again, Silas dies to Takumi, so he can be revived at full HP and without debuffs. I'm sorry, Silas, I'm sorry.
How very annoying.
I'm here. My darkness was darker than yours. I'll protect you.
It's turn 10, and all we really have to worry about now is cleaning up the last few enemies. As promised, Corrin makes use of his wings and flies Odin over to the archers. Nyx and Hitaka could have weakened them to let Corrin and Odin get both kills now, but we might as well let the boys handle all the combat for maximum experience.
This is my chance.
Just 1 more Sky Knight left, which Niles can defeat now, leaving himself free to capture the remaining Oni next turn. Baruka ends up having so many opportunities for experience that I get her to level 11. This doesn't matter, but if she can happen to get one more level in a few chapters, then I think that actually could be nice. Now that we've started weakening Takumi, we should really defeat him this turn, while setting up the kill for Silas. I end up landing enough attacks between Felicia twice and Camilla's dual strike twice, but even if they had missed, Camilla and Daisuke also have a chance this turn to attack Takumi. And Silas gets perfect hit thanks to weapon triangle advantage and attack stance, making for an assured kill to reach level 10. As the Cavalier, this earns Silas Shelter, which we can start comboing with Azura to get multiple refreshes per turn. Pretty crazy.
You're not alone.
On the final turn, we just have a few more enemies to defeat. First, Korn and Odin handle their archer, with the experience putting Odin as our 4th unit to reach level 10 this chapter. This is particularly impressive for Odin, considering he started the map at level 6.
Too much power!
I won't promote Odin right away, but the extra stats and Malefic Aura's damage boost will let Odin continue to be a great team player in the following chapters. Niles finishes his journey this chapter by capturing the final Oni Savage, named Hiromi. Their level 10 skill, Shove, will serve as yet another way to gain tiles, alongside our 2 eventual swaps. So Hiromi will be the next unit to train, just after Daisuke finishes getting his 2 levels now. The final kill is an incredibly easy one, with Daisuke defeating another ninja with Camilla's supports. This experience gets Daisuke his 2nd level up, putting him as our 5th unit to reach level 10, and the first of many swap and shove users. Alright, we've routed the map, so all that's left is to press end turn and win. And that's chapter 10 completed in 11 turns. That was quite long, but without any more forced turn counts and our army strengthened, I'll be able to push our pace faster than ever going forward. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.